I'm Brenda.
And I'm Christy. We're two friends from high school who are connecting and reconnecting over music and memories.
Welcome to Normal Bias Podcast.
We're glad you're here.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Normal Biasers. How are you? How are you, Christy?
I'm good. Hey, you know what? I was going to post about this and I was going to tell you, so Brenda has been killing it. She's watched like weeks worth of old Normal Bias podcast episodes, and she's been clipping and putting together reels. And I noticed like I am super filtered on them, and I don't do filters, y'all. I don't if you see me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see all my wrinkles. Look, do you see today? You can see my under eye wrinkles. I took my filter off on Zoom.
Okay.
Because I was like, I didn't realize how filtered I was until I saw the playback of all of the different things. And I was like, how is it that you never see my rosacea? Like, how is it that you this stuff on these are not pimples. This is, I am so allergic to one of our cat's hairs that when it touches me, it breaks out immediately. But, yeah, I mean, if it was acne, it'd be okay. But
do you know which cat is identified as the culprit?
It's Hobbs.
Hobbs?
Mm-hmm. Hobbs' hair. It's like it has poison in it. So all of the cats, when their hair touches me, I just this, if they sleep in my spot on the bed and it gets on the blanket, I stay rough right here. Just stays broken out.
Yikes. That is love, y'all. They have 4 cats. Hobbs happens to live outside, thankfully, but I guess he gets you every now and then.
He gets inside. Well, especially when it's hot and stuff. But yeah, so we should tell him we had our first podcast in-person gathering after all this time. That's what happens when you start up something during a pandemic, right? There's no gathering, there's no face-to-face. So it was us and 2 of the 4 ladies who listen, and the mama of one of our guests, and some really cool teenage girls, and Miss Carmen, your mom. We all got together, and Brenda and I were we've actually have already talked for one whole 40 minutes of our and we were talking about how neither of us I didn't take a single picture of how Brenda had the food out, how cute it was. I did take a picture of my gnome, Nolan.
Yes, you did. We have that, but yeah,
not a single picture. And then you noticed the whole 3 hours, we were all together for 3 hours, a little bit more. And what did you notice about the whole 3 hours?
That not a single person was on their phone or checked their phone, not even the 2 teenage girls that were here. We were either around in the kitchen because it was dips and sips, and we had lots of yummy dips. So we were really grazing on those dips. And then we were by the pool and hanging out. We were engaged in a conversation, and those 2 girls who I love to death were right in the middle of our conversation. I mean, we talked about all kinds of things, and it was really fun. And when you posted that, I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't take a single picture of anything.
And I'm cool with that. I loved, we had such great conversations, and we were just sort of recapping, and you guys will see these in our social media. We talked about, do you have a type? And for most of us, I mean, I haven't dated in over 26 years. You haven't dated in 30 years.
Yep.
So we had to go way back to, do we have a type? But yeah, I mean, the answers were very interesting. I would say it was split. Some people totally had a type, and then some people have no type.
Yes.
That would be a fun, because one of us has a type and one of us does not have a type.
This is true.
And I think the answer to that would be very surprising.
It's surprising to me as well.
Is it really?
Kind of. It's because I don't know. I don't want to give anything away.
Which surprises you more, the person who does have a type or the person who doesn't have a type?
The person who does have a type. I don't know how that happened.
I do, and I do have to say, it is funny to our type intersected during my teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that Brenda married the boy that I liked. I still love you, Brenda.
I love you too. Mm.
So I forgave you. I mean, I will forgive you. I probably haven't totally forgiven you yet, but I will.
Let's talk about that. Why am I the one who needs forgiving? What about the boy? Why do we do that?
He never loved me
The
back.
girls always like, I don't know. I take him away. So sorry. If I know now what I didn't know then.
You would have done it all exactly the same to get those awesome boys and the awesome life that you have.
Oh my gosh, my children. Yes.
Especially
I do it all over again.
They are so we were laughing. And I think this is funny. Like we were, we should just have this episode, not today, but we should have this episode. We were talking about our kids and about how we have kind of like turned our kids into people that we like with their sense of humor and the way that they interact with adults and stuff like that. And we were laughing and laughing about our kids because one of the, between the two of us, we have 4 kids. Mm-hmm. And then Brenda has a niece and a nephew who I love. They're like cousins to our kids. And those 6 kids, y'all, are like some of my favorite kids on the planet. They are right up there. Your kids and the Ellis kids are right up there with Clarkson kids for me. They're funny. They're, you see so much of their parents in them. And I don't just love your boys and Maddie and Preston. I like them. I enjoy spending time with them and I enjoy connecting them with them in other ways, like getting to know who they are because they're such fun people. Like you guys have built these people that we would be friends with.
Yeah, they are very cool. I really like them.
I feel that.
You see a lot. Yeah, they definitely have. I love that they have so much, of both their parents in them. But I also, as they get older, I see a lot of their grandparents, the granddads especially.
The silly, yeah.
Yes, the silly, and then just the way they say things, and that makes me happy.
And also for all 4 of those kids, the way that they care about people, I see that a lot in their grandparents.
Yeah.
Not that I don't see it in their parents, because y'all are awesome too, but you know what I mean.
Yes. So. And like the more I think, y'all who have kids out there, those are the things that really matter. Like, not what their rank was in high school, not what they scored on a test. I mean, like even the sweet girls that were sitting with us the other night, they were just very sweet, very polite. I thought it was so cool that they wanted to hang out with us, because they had a choice. At one point, their mom said, "Hey, are you guys ready to go?" And they're like, "No." And I think we'd have all sat out there and talked another hour if we, had the chance. So it was really fun. I can't wait to do that again.
Me too. So we'll do one up here, and then we'll keep doing them at your house, especially because all 4 of the people who listen live in your neighborhood. Except for Kelly. Kelly lives up here. So let's talk. It is July. Now will inform me today that there's 3.5 weeks until the kids go back to school.
In Brenham. Yay, y'all.
When do you go back? Well, you go back to work.
So, right. Teachers and staff at our school district go back, and Humboldt ISD goes back August the 1st, which is a week or so away.
You have another full week of summer.
And then our kids go back August the 9th. Mm-hmm. Which I heard you say y'all go back the 17th or something, 16th.
Yeah, we get back a week after y'all. But y'all also get 2 extra weeks off during the year. Y'all get a week off in October and a week off in February, plus Thanksgiving, plus spring break, plus Christmas, plus Easter.
We do.
Y'all get a lot of extra time off. So it all shakes out, right?
Yeah, it does. But I guess back to the July thing, what we're going to talk about was, I've been divorced. I will be divorced 7 years, y'all. 7 years on July 31st, July 30th. I don't even remember anymore. I always get it mixed up because Cassie and Brian, I think their anniversary is the 31st. So I've been on the 30th then. 7 years. And so I always get sad when I have to go back to work on the 1st because my kids have been gone the whole month. And then I have to go back to work. And then I, miss that extra few weeks with them, begin to be home. But it's all good. It's so good that Christy wanted me to talk about it. This is the first July that I don't know if I'm healed, I'm normal, I don't know what the word is, but I was okay. And I cried. I mean, I got teary, got the lump in my throat when they left, which was like July, the very first few days of July. They left and then they went on a fabulous 3-week vacation to Europe with their dad. And I wasn't depressed and I wasn't jealous and I wasn't sad. I was happy for them. I was glad they were.
I was a little jealous.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, at first in the very beginning of it, I was like, dang it.
Lucky.
I want to go. But so yeah, so I don't know what finally clicked. I don't know what happened in my brain, in my heart, in my stomach. I guess it was time. Maybe Christy mentioned I just have things going on for myself. I don't know. It's just in a good place. And I finally I feel like a grown-up. I don't know. It feels strange to be saying it, but I'm okay.
I think one thing too for women who are coming along behind you in this process, this is the first year that Alex has been out of your house. Alex has been out of your house for almost a year, 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder too if that's part of it. You've already gone through the scariest transition of him moving out, and you survived and you both thrived, and Matt has thrived this year. You're not just okay, you're not just fine, you're all great after the year, and you came back together this summer and everything was great, and then they left, and it's you're just happy for them, and you're not grieving all of the things. So I think there's so many different reasons why you're doing well, but I'm grateful for whatever the combination is that has allowed you to have such a great month.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Thank you. It's it's they're coming back. They're actually on a plane as we speak on their way back to America. And I'm excited. But even because this is, not old me, I don't know, but before this, they were both working full time before they left. So we just, they're older. So I just don't get that extra, as much time as I would like, that extra time anymore. And so, I have to share them with the world and with other people, and that's okay. But I just really appreciate the time that we do have, even if it's just being around the house and not going to Europe. Who am I? I don't even know.
Brenda.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like
all these years later on my phone, you are Brenda, D-U-H, because that used to be her social media handle was Brenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so all these years, if I'm I'm the worst. I voice text all the time. Hey Siri, reply to Brenda, because if I don't, it goes to Aunt Brenda, Mary's sister. So
can't wait to meet her.
Brenda.
So, this has been, and I've really been kind of alone this summer because Jennifer and Steve, my sister-in-law, they were in Europe. Everybody went to Europe this year. What the heck? They went to this amazing trip for several weeks to Italy. And then Preston, he graduated, then he had gone to Europe for his class trip. Maddie has been in Atlanta doing her internship all summer. So all my people are gone. My sister works. I hardly ever see her ever because she's a pet sitter, professional pet sitter. So summertime vacations, like never see her. So it was also a treat to see my mom the other day because she's always keeps herself busy. Anywho, but that left room for me to come see you. We got to do a fun thing this July, which is so exciting and fun.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
Good times.
I'm not like sad that school's getting ready to start. I did some PTO stuff last week and I wasn't like, I'm not like counting down like, oh, we only have so many more days until we have to start stuff, because Noble, for the first time in years, he told me he'll be a freshman and he said, I'm ready for school to start. And I was like, who are you? And Casey, our daughter, she stayed in Huntsville this summer, and she stayed in Huntsville, but I still have had some really good time with her. Like, we spent the last 2 weekends together. I got to hug her Thursday. I went up there for something and got to hug her. So like I won't see her for 2 weeks, and that'll probably be the longest this summer. Not the longest this school year since she's moved out, but the longest this summer. But but so it's all like things are different, but things are good.
Yes.
And I had no idea a year ago when we were sitting here talking about, when our kids moved out or went to school, because I guess it hadn't really clicked with me. I had no idea a year ago that Casey would not come home again after Christmas. So, and it like, when I think about like a year ago, me probably wasn't ready for that news. But then as it evolved, I was like I'm like all for it. Go do you. And I don't mean that like in a passive aggressive, like you do you, but I mean like really like go live your life. Pick the life that, like you get to choose the life that you want.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for wherever we fit in that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't call it the summer of me, but it's definitely been, I've enjoyed myself and the things that I've gotten to do. And yeah, it's been fun, and I don't have no guilt about it. And like I said, I haven't been sad, and I haven't taken my medicine in probably like a week. So yeah, which that's probably not something I should laugh about, but I looked at my calendar the other day and I was like, oh my gosh. So I could have put myself in a bad situation and been really like blue, but I wasn't. So I'm excited about that. So hopefully, I'm going to continue on that upward climb, because Alex will be leaving again, and he sold his car this summer. So I know he won't have a chance to drive home. I mean, I will go see him.
I'll go get him. I'll go get him. You come here. He'll be fine.
That would be amazing.
We'll split the difference.
That would be so fun. I would really appreciate that. Preston too, because Preston doesn't drive, or he's not taking his car.
I'll go get all three of them. Preston, Molly, Alex, whoever. Y'all just come here, grab them, bring them back. It'll be fine.
That'll be so fun. I love that.
For us, probably not for those kids. They're like, oh, Christy's coming.
So I don't know anyone, if you're out there, like, is there something that's hung over you that you just can't let go of, that you can't stop being sad, that I guess I've grieved it all the way. Finally. And it's just strange. because when I think about it, I was over the person, you know, I was over my husband. There was no, you know, I was not grieving the relationship. I think what I grieved was that time, that loss of time, you know, like I didn't get to make those memories with my kids every July, or, you know, what are they doing? You know, I would count all 30 days as a loss because I wasn't getting to be with them. So, but you know, I think that's just normal. I don't think it's silly or dumb to have thought that way, but I'm glad to be here. Because, you know, and I've never talked to them about this, and I don't know if they'll ever hear this, but I don't know how that made them feel every time I would cry or be sad. That made me sad just now.
I bet you know exactly how they feel. Just think about how you would feel if your mom was sad, you know, that you were leaving. You know?
Yeah. I guess
I'm happy for you right now.
Back to what we were talking about, them being really cool people and stuff. I realized that somewhere along the line too, that this is like a little, something I told myself in my head was, they are so cool and they are so fun and they are good people that I need to share them with other people and the world. And it's like, that's what I kind of told them when they were leaving on the plane to go across the pond, was talk to people, smile at people. Like, you guys really do spread joy and light to people who are around you. And I hope that you'll, you know, continue to be yourself away in the other places that you go. So when I started thinking of it that way, I was like, oh, that's cool. I should be happy that they go away and they get to make other people happy too.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just that they get to, you know, like, I think that some of what makes our kids so awesome and so them are the things that they do when we're not with them. Like that, you know, like they have a whole different experience from us, and part of that, like that informs who they are too, right? Like we can't control all the things that go into them. Like we probably did or tried to when they were little, and now that's not how it works. We need to just be open to who they're called to be, who they're supposed to be, all of those things.
So yeah, so this July, I recognize July. There are 12 months in this year, not just 11. Because I really would, I mean, I had big feelings about July.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, what is the song for this episode on tape? All I can think about is like, I will survive. But I'm like, that's not it anymore. Like before it was that, like you would get through, but now like, what is that? Mm-hmm. Like, I did it. Like,
I did it. And like, I would already start like, okay, I have to go spend the night at Christie's for several days. I have to go spend the night down the street at the neighbors. Cause it was, you know, that I just didn't like to be alone in my thoughts. And this year I was like, meh.
You're doing fine.
Yeah. I don't know what the song is, but here I am. Here we are.
I hear crashing in the in the kitchen. So I'm guessing someone just realized it's lunchtime.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, sure is. Well, I don't want to keep y'all. Thanks for letting me share my triumphant July.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's more to it. So this will be, I think I already know what episode 75 is going to be.
What is it?
Hold on, I wrote it down. What have you always wanted to do and what's stopping you? Because what did you do last week?
Do I want to tell? Okay, I'm just going to say it, but then we're not going to talk about it because we're going to talk about it for next time. So it being the great July that it was, the summer of me, I have always, so I will be 50 in November. And when I turned 40, before I turned 40, I started talking about wanting to get my nose pierced. It's almost 10 whole years of people hearing me say, I really want to get my nose pierced. Well, guess what? Last Friday, not yesterday, but the Friday before, I finally did it. I got my nose pierced. And if you can hear my nose running,
I was like, that was excellent timing or something.
right. I'm like on this special ASMR episode of Normal Wise Podcast. I'm having a little allergy or something's going on today with it, but I did it. It's cute. I love it. So I want you guys to be thinking, the 4 ladies, what is something that you have always wanted to do but never have, and why? Because when we talk about this next week, I had an overwhelming outpouring of, comments and texts and like all the things. My phone was blowing up, as they say, with women my age who said all kinds of things about how they've always wanted to do that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I'm like, well, why haven't you done it?
Okay, so in that vein, someone I love dearly turns 50 today, and she is getting her first tattoo today.
She is. That's so exciting. I wish I was there holding her hand. That is so fun. Yay, you.
Yeah. So her husband is actually going with her, and he has tattoos. So and I think he was considering getting one today too, but the whole point was for her. She decided what she wanted. It was a good reminder of something that she's working on. And so, yeah.
That is so fun and exciting. So, like I said, we're gonna put a pin in it because we can talk about it again right now.
Well, we could just keep talking, but I just wanted to, that felt like a good bookend to, you've had a good month and you did something you've been wanting to do for a long time. You couldn't wait to do it. You could have waited till November for your birthday, but you didn't.
I could have waited until November, but I didn't. Yes. So I did it. Thank you, Tracy, for going with me.
She's the best.
She is the best. And that was a fun day too. So, I mean, that's the other thing, y'all. Let me say, I didn't go on a vacation. I haven't been on a vacation in several years, just, pandemic, finances, whatever. But these little nuggets of time, like with Christy and Austin, with my friends at brunch and the day I got the piercing, like I just made those days be like vacations. And I did super fun stuff. And I just used I had was a great time, even though it wasn't like a fancy vacation. It was still awesome. And getting to hang out in the pool with the ladies was awesome. And I cannot wait to come to Brenham and meet some of y'all. Because we have some awesome Brenham peeps on our Instagram page who I feel like I know you all.
I think they feel the same about you. I was going to say on your vacation note, so we have Adventure Fridays, and yesterday Noble asked if our adventure could be staying home. There's a game that he likes to play with James. And so I was like, sure, like that. Yeah, like I'm all for it. Because in the past week, I've been in Dallas, Houston, Austin, Huntsville, like in 6 days. I went all those places. So I was tired yesterday. And so I let myself, while they were playing the game, I sat on the couch and read a book on my Kindle.
Nice.
And that's what I did. And I was like, so I had a little mini vacation on my couch yesterday, and it was the best. And this is after this, I don't have anything this was a get to, it wasn't a have to, but this was the only thing that happened at a certain time today. And so now I just get to hang out with my guys.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Mhm.
So yes, staycations, there's something to be said about them. They
Mhm.
really can be magical, just as magical as getting on a plane to go somewhere.
Mhm. I think there's time and space for all of it. Like I think there's, but we don't like some people are like like they think they can't be happy or can't enjoy it unless it's that big thing or like, like I know a girl that Disney is her thing and like she's not like she thinks that she'll be only be happy like when she's at Disney. And well, there's a lot of days of the year when you're not at Disney. So
That could be an episode. Are you a Disney person or not a Disney person?
oh, hmm.
And people have big feelings about it. This is like a hot topic at work a lot of times.
Oh, especially in education, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, well, my Disney planner,
Mm-hmm.
like all the things. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
All right, you guys.
we realized this morning, which with today, we have 5 episodes that we've recorded, but probably should edit and actually put out there. So this is episode 74. 69 is the last one that's published. So we should get on that.
We should get on that.
Excuse me.
Going to work on that this weekend. So I'm excited to do it.
All right.
So.
Well, have a good Saturday.
Well, thank you. You too. Enjoy your guys. I love that you guys, don't really have a whole lot planned, and who knows what'll happen.
I know, hopefully not a lot. I'm thinking lunch and a nap, and then we're going to Higgins because I want like a coffee table I want to modify a coffee table to put the dogs' bowls on outside because Jake is getting older, but also to keep Molly from kicking dirt into the bowls. We'll see, but I do, Jake I think Jake is like 9.
Oh my gosh.
And he's so big. And I was like, I think it would help him if we could, like, he didn't have to get down. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today is raising Jake's bowls because that's how my brain works.
Sweet Jake and Molly. Well, have fun with that. Keep me posted. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Okay, see ya. Bye. Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Are you still watching? Are you still listening?
We're so glad that you're still with us. If you want to connect online, we're at www.normalbiaspodcast.com, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. And our very favorite, if we made you a mixtape, we'd put all those songs on our Spotify playlist for you.
All the things.